So welcome to this unit of the X24 Europe about Red Cross and Red Crescent, about the cooperation of the movement worldwide in disasters. First, a little introduction. My name is Dennenmoser. I'm working for German Red Cross as EMS paramedic, and I'm volunteering also as disaster manager, also as teacher and facilitator in some different areas of Red Cross work. In my regional Red Cross Society, I'm also responsible for public affairs, and I'm also engaging in quality management. Through my responsibility for public affairs, I discovered last year this great relief organization Humanity Road, and I engaged there as volunteer and now as a team leader for urgent needs. Whenever some disaster happens that is internationally known, our volunteers go online, spread news, collect information, and all this, like Kat Graham told you in the lesson before. To understand how Red Cross works and why it works this way and not in some other way, it might be interesting to go back into history when the foundation of Red Cross occurred. Was initiated by the Battle of Solferino on 24th of June in the year 1859, when the French troops and Austrian and Italian troops fought against one another, and in the evening, after a strong thunderstorm, there were 9,000 people left dead on the fields and 40,000 wounded, and some heavy wounded lying there on the fields and crying for help and crying out of pain and all those things. There came this young man, Henri Dunant, who was a young businessman. He was there, wanted to do some business things, and he saw those people. He saw them suffering. He saw the wounds, and he saw the lack of possibilities to treat them, and so he started to engage himself in the relief work. Yes, especially he organized help, organized material, organized room, organized that for example, the church was there opened for wounded to be used as a hospital, and all things like this. Then after this experience, he wrote his thoughts and his impressions down in this book, and remembered of this Battle of Solferino. He talked about the book and about his experiences to his friends in Geneva, and they said they should change something. They founded this Committee of the Five, who organized some great things, which I will soon talk about. And today, this Committee of the Five is preceded by the International Committee of Red Cross and Red Crescent, ICRC, in Geneva. So this Committee of the Five organized this international conference. There were diplomats from all over Europe and all over the world. They invited diplomats and politicians to discuss to how war can be made a little bit less cruel. And the result of this conference was the Geneva Convention, first Geneva Convention, about how to treat wounded and weakened soldiers after battles in the field. And also there was this organization, a group of people out of every nation, trained especially to treat wounds after war or after battles. And with this was this protection symbol. Also is also part of those Geneva Conventions. A protection symbol, a red cross on a white ground, which should protect people who are in war and who are giving aid, that they are not be shot at. Yes, and then out of this there grew a movement all over the world. There were Red Cross people and Red Cross nurses helping after every battle, and they were very, very active, very engaged, did good work until after World War I, 1919. All the people thought this war was so cruel, there won't be any war anymore. So they thought the ICRC would not be needed anymore. Also, the Red Cross societies might be without work, and so the engagement of Red Cross was shifted from helping after war to helping also after disasters, also doing some social work. And to coordinate this, the national societies were agreed to found the Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies, 1919 in Paris. So this is not the headquarters of International Red Cross, but it is the federation is some coordination function. There are 7 Red Cross principles. I won't talk about them because they are interesting, but we don't have the time for it. It's humanity, impartiality, neutrality, independence, voluntary service, unity and universality. Those last 2 principles, we will have to look at them a little bit more intensive, because they define the role of the national societies and also define how Red Cross acts in international conflicts. So first, there is the principle of unity, which says there can be only one Red Cross or one Red Crescent Society in any one country. So there won't be any parallel structures. Red Cross and Red Crescent are not religious symbols, although some people of the Muslim countries, they thought at the first they would not take the Red Cross but the Red Crescent, because of religious reasons, but that was never intended to be a religious symbol. So to prevent any more symbols, in 2006 their federation agreed to also accept the red crystal as one protection symbol. And so if a national society doesn't want neither Red Cross nor the Red Crescent, they can take red crystal as their emblem. But there is, as I said, only one society per country, but it should be also at least one Red Cross society per country. Today there is 186 Red Cross, Red Crescent national societies, so nearly in every country their Red Cross is already present. The other 7th principle is universality, which tells that International Red Cross and Red Crescent movement, in which all societies have equal status and share equal responsibilities and duties in helping each other. So you can't say, oh, this society has more money or has more influence, they have more members, so they are have more influence on decisions or else. But every society has its equal status, and they can decide by themselves which if they need help or not, and they have the same voice also in when they act with when they gather in the federation. So, to get to the point, how is the cooperation working in disasters? So if we have this one disaster, for example, we have here some earthquake or the floodings. So every national Red Cross Society can decide by itself, do we need help or do we not need help? So as you see in Japan at the moment, the Japanese Red Cross is a very good structured, very well trained Red Cross society. So they do nearly not need any help from other countries. Other countries might need help from outside much earlier and much in other situation. So it's the National Red Cross Society or Red Crescent Society that says we need help or we don't need help. So if they decide we have not enough possibilities, not enough volunteers to cope with this disaster, they apply to the Federation and ask the Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies, ask them, please send us money or send us people, send us material or something like this. And Federation does not have own staff to go there, but the Federation applies to the national societies and ask them, send us help. And so the national societies send either personnel staff, they send some goods, or they just send money. Often the money is needed and not the goods, because the industry of the nation affected should not be run down by some goods that come from outside this country. So this is the cooperation in disasters. Who takes the lead in this disaster? This is can be talked about. Normally, it will be the local, the National Red Cross Society who takes the lead. But they can also, if they haven't enough experience or enough staff for this, the Federation can take over the lead. But normally it stays with the National Red Cross Society. And so if there's a disaster, Red Cross does not have to go to this nation, because Red Cross already is in this nation, and only if help from outside is needed, then it goes this way as I just described. If there is a conflict, then of two countries fighting each other, or some military or inner state conflict, then there are at least two national Red Cross societies, and they don't apply to the Federation, but they apply to the committee, to the ICRC. And ICRC is still the one organization that has responsibility for help in conflicts. And they have also trained staff, because their staff needs some special training, and they will send it there. And if they need something, then it mostly is money or some goods, but normally not whole units. Maybe some doctors or nurses, but normally not whole units. So this is the role of the ICR.